Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken just shy of the 10. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Steelers.
Well, it's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is. But to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
The ball carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Now Eckler. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming.
It's 4th and goal.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
For the field goal, a 20-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
Barons nothing.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big...
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, But now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down and 3. Ingram. Powerful running. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Lamar Jackson as time expires in the first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Big decision there. They say forget the field goal and go for it, and it pays off.
I wonder who was in the ear of the head coach on this one. Did he make this call on his own? Or maybe the analytics coach got involved. And a lot of times you talk about that all week before the game. Hey, if we're in certain situations, analytics actually says do it this way, which might be against the norm. And it paid off for them in a really nice way.
Cashing in, and they're on the final play of the first half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
From the gun on third down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
First and 10 at the 40.
This is Ingram on first and 10. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Ball carrier.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ingram again. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Ingram again, the ball.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
7 yards there and a first down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Ingram again, a first down carry. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A big pickup there on the scramble. 32 yards.
A
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand.
Result of the play.
Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guy?
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes our score 17-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Steelers.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot.
Down at the 22-yard line.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any stars on the table.
Hey, folks, I'm your host, the coach. It's game time. It's Ultimate Team. It doesn't get any better than this. Now let's hand it off to Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Bringing them out as the 1983 Rookie of the Year, the 84 MVP, under center Dan Marino.
Let's talk numbers here. His number, 13, led the NFL in passing 5 different times. And his release, still the release emulated today. This is what quarterback coaches tell youngsters. If you can get it done like Dan Marino and get that ball out of your hands, you got a chance for success, young man.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
On the play, 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Marino. And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. Devin Bush with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. They're running. Ingram. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Wiggles free. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
48-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
We're scoreless after 1.
It's the end of the 1st quarter with no score.
2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's a gain of...
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll run here with Eckler. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Muscles him off. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Running on first down, Eckler.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks running with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
For the field goal, a 33-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
This is Ingram. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
That's good.
A gain of 5. First down, Pittsburgh.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Eckler. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The tackle made by Steve Atwater. 8 yards.
It's Eckler again.
Brings up second and 2.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
That's the end.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On third down, Mark Ingram. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
Brings up second and 4.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
The 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Fights him off. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He lets it fly for Lockett. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Here's Marino. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
He was covered by Trey Waynes.
Marino to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to...
Hey, folks, it's the coach here. Welcome back for another exciting matchup in Madden Ultimate Team.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And the offense readies for a first down and 10. That one legend in the Steel City. It's Jerome Bettis. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Preston Smith.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Dan Marino's
Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now Marino coughs it up. He lost the football.
Preston Smith. Dan Marino's.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over first and 10 deep in their own territory. Now a first and 10 at the 11. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Brings up third and 4.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a pickup of 6. First down, Pittsburgh.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a second and 3. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On second down, Ingram. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. A good position to be in here, second and inches. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3. coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
It's now third.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
16 yards, a first down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And that is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. 4th down, here's Jackson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. 20, 10. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over. First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. From way up at the 23. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Ingram, the ball carrier.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On third down, it's Ingram, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
That's good.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
He's across midfield.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game. I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And now right out of the 2-minute break, We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
On the tackle. A gain of 3 yards.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return to challenges to receive your reward.